Okay, getting friend zoned is probably one of the worst things that can ever happen to you. It's pretty embarrassing. But listen, hear me out. There was one instance where I've gotten friend zoned and it worked out for the better. This was my freshman year of college, and I was moving into my room down in West Virginia. A day or two went by and I had gotten a follow on Instagram. I looked and it was from this girl named Isis. She was about 6'2", light skin. She was a basketball player and she had curly hair. Now at first glance, I thought she was probably the baddest thing walking down on that campus. So I did what any normal person would do and shot my shot. I definitely didn't make it, by the way. I can't even lie. I was a little hurt. But at the time, I was a couple years younger than her, so it didn't really bother me that much. But even after that, we stayed in contact with each other because we was already like cool. But even though I got rejected, for some odd reason, that didn't stop me from trying. So every now and then we were talking, I'd make a little joke, poke a little fun, and say how she did me wrong. But through all the attempts that I had, just brick after brick after brick after brick, it kind of made us closer to each other in a way. But I didn't really realize it at the time. After that, it didn't really take too much longer until we started hanging out. And I was going to see her regardless, simply because my friend group on the football team was friend groups with her on the basketball team. So we were going to see each other regardless. But anytime we didn't really have anything to do, we were always on the phone or hanging out at each other's apartments, just laughing, watching movies, talking crazy, having a good time, as typical friends would do. But there was a night where I had a chance to get the relationship that I wanted, but I did not take advantage of it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
There was a huge party going down and me and her were going. It was me, Isis, and a couple of our friends. We had went out, and when we got there, the party was jumping. There was music blaring, everybody singing the lyrics, everybody dancing to the songs. It was just a great night to be alive. But the party got cut a little bit short because the cops got called and the party had to die down. But by that time, we were already leaving. Me and Isis was on the way back to my house because she was there before we had went out in the first place. We sat down on the couch, and then I decided to make us some late night snacks. I made some tacos because I had some taco meat in the fridge that I ain't cooked yet. So I made it. We were sitting down, eating, watching TV, having a good time. But it was almost like there was a tension in the room. And me being a freshman in college, the tension made me kind of scared. I was clueless on what to do, to be completely honest with you. And you're probably thinking, this is your chance to make that move and finally get the relationship with her that you've been craving for. To be completely honest, I was too scared. I'm not gonna lie, I was too scared. It was already too much going on in my mind about how cool we done gotten and how tight we done gotten just being friends. So no moves were made and we ended up falling asleep on the couch. We looked back at this not too long ago and laughed about it, and she had the audacity to call me scared. But she was right. Not too long after this, she transferred to the University of Arizona right before I transferred here to the University of Findlay. Even though she was gone, we would still FaceTime, text, and talk like we weren't really far apart. And I genuinely feel like this is somebody I can really talk to about anything. Moral of the story, not all rejections and friend zones are bad, because you never know what kind of connection you could build with somebody when you try. And yeah, things didn't work out how I wanted at the time, but this is probably one of the best friends I have to this day, and I never thought it would happen.